Anyone else?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Joe Galliani, Torrance, speaking as a citizen at this point. I want to say thank you for these car chargers. My wife and I bought an electric car about 2 years ago. One of the reasons that we bought an electric car is because we know the infrastructure is here in the South Bay. We know there are chargers here in Hermosa. We've used those before we got our charger put in our garage. We relied on the chargers here. We know there are chargers in Torrance. I think Councilman Goodrich mentioned to us recently that Torrance is going to be adding somewhere upwards of a dozen new chargers in the next year. I don't personally have a problem with the $1 charge. You've offered it now for a good amount of time for free. It is an incentive, and incentives are not designed to be there permanently. But I would endorse what Jeff Duclos said about the need for more car chargers, and I would tie that strictly to the metric of how much electric car sales have increased in the state of California since you put those chargers in. The yin and the yang of the 2-hour mark is, 2 hours is a little bit too short to charge your car, but the problem is with so few chargers, those of us with electric cars kind of have to share them. And so we get a charge for 2 hours, and if we're honest and we follow the rules, we move our car so that the next person can plug in and get their 2 hours. Clearly, if there were a plethora of chargers, you wouldn't need to move your car every 2 hours. I would encourage you to look at the downtown shopping area as primary places for these. What you want is a captive audience. You want somebody plugging that car in, relying on 2 or 3 hours necessary to charge, and having those 2 or 3 hours to shop and spend money while they're here in town. So I would look at it that way. But most of all, I'd like to say thanks for the chargers that you've already provided. And I was very happy to be part of the ribbon cutting that we did at the top of the parking structure with the new super fast charger. I think we're the only city that has one of those anywhere around. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?